Here are 10 darkest GTA fan theories that might actually be true. And trust me, you don't want to miss the last one. If you've ever looked closely at Trevor's truck in GTA 5, you'll notice he has a stuffed teddy bear strapped to the front. That bear is Mr. Raspberry Jam. But this isn't just some random decoration. It used to belong to Floyd, the guy Trevor stays with for a while and completely ruins his life.
I want both of you to go now! You and your weird friend!
Whoa! Hey! My name is Trevor, sweetheart.
Now here's where things get dark. When the bear was with Floyd, it looked fine. But after Trevor takes it, the bear is suddenly missing an eye, looks beat up, and has some questionable white stains on it. Yeah, fans think Trevor did something really messed up to that poor bear. It's one of those weird, disturbing details that makes you realize just how unhinged Trevor really is.
You smell like the sea.
Vice City has its fair share of odd places, but one of the more unsettling spots lies in Little Haiti. There's a quiet funeral home run by the Romero family. When you first look at it, it looks like any other small business. That's until you start noticing the details when things don't feel quite right. Just outside in the nearby cemetery, there's a skeleton on the ground, missing one of its arms. Nothing is said about it, and it's easy to miss if you're not paying attention. But then, right next door to the funeral home is a butcher shop, also owned by the Romeros. And in the display window, there's a piece of meat that looks a little too much like a human arm. Nearby, there's a box labeled Human Organs for Transplant. It's never explained, but it raises questions about what kind of business the Romeros are really running. Out in Bone County, there's this random gravesite with 6 body bags just lying there. It's weird on its own, but some fans noticed a pretty interesting connection. If you listen to K-Rose Radio, the host Mary Beth Maybell casually mentions she's had 6 husbands and says they're all 6 feet under now.
All my exes are 6 feet under the ground. That's the difference. I ain't never been divorced, just frequently widowed.
She also mentions living in Bone County and driving a truck.
Eddie Rabbit up next, people. This song reminds me of the truck stop off of 70 in Columbia, Missouri.
Which is funny because there's an old abandoned bobcat parked near the grave. Kinda makes you wonder, are those 6 bodies her ex-husbands? Maybe it's just a dark joke, or maybe there's something more to it.
A broken cowboy is like a dog. You gotta put him down. That's what happened to all my husbands. As soon as you cry, you're out.
There's this unmarked grave you might have spotted on the mountain near the lighthouse. It's just sitting there, almost forgotten. But there's a fan theory that ties it to Ursula, the hitchhiker you can pick up in GTA 5. At first, Ursula seems like just another stranger on the road, but if you pay close attention, she drops some chilling hints about her past. She casually mentions that the last person who tried to touch her ended up dead.
Are you okay? Because this guy who picked me up the other week wasn't okay. He choked to death on his own hand.
Yeah, okay, it's official. You're crazy.
And even admits to poisoning her own mother. With that in mind, it's not hard to connect the dots. Some believe that this unmarked grave could actually be where Ursula buried her mom. It's a creepy theory, but it makes you look at Ursula and that grave in a whole new light.
And I don't really have anyone to call, not since Mama passed. She was very hard on me, but how I loved her. I have her hair in my backpack.
Okay, what?
Ever noticed how NPCs in GTA have been acting weirder lately? Some players think they might be becoming self-aware. In GTA Online, they drive crazier than ever, sometimes swerving right into your path or even jumping off bridges. It's like they're trying to mess with you, maybe because they're tired of all this endless madness. But it gets darker. If you think back to GTA San Andreas, there were NPCs who seemed to intentionally jump into the water like they were giving up on life. In GTA 5, you can spot NPCs doing similar stuff, like running straight off bridges. Some fans believe this isn't just a glitch, but that the NPCs have realized how messed up their world is, and maybe they're starting to prefer death over living in it.
Hey, Don, what the hell you about to do, man?
Nothing! It's perfectly safe!
Niko Belic might seem like one of the more serious and even lovable protagonists in all GTA games, but there's a side to him that most people don't know about. Before he came to Liberty City, Niko was involved in a brutal war, and he's not shy about admitting that he did some very dark things.
War is where the young and stupid are tricked by the old and bitter into killing each other.
One of the most chilling moments in the game happens when Niko talks about his past. In a conversation with Ilyana Faustin, he mentions a horrifying memory. After you walk into a village,
And you see 50 children, all sitting neatly in a row against the church wall, each with their throats cut and their hands chopped off. You realize that the creature that could do this doesn't have a soul.
Many fans believe the theory that Niko was talking about himself, and he was the one who committed such a heinous act. Let me know what you think. You've probably heard of cryptid creatures like Bigfoot or Slender Man in the GTA games, but there's one that stands out, and that's Ratman. While it's mostly a rumor, there's some creepy stuff that suggests he might actually be real. In GTA 4, if you go down into the sewers, you'll find homeless people hiding out, looking for a place to crash. But sometimes you'll come across a dead body surrounded by blood. What's strange is that these bodies usually don't have any clear explanation because they mostly just disappear after a while, right? But not these. Fans have come up with a theory that it's the doing of Ratman. Maybe these homeless people got too close, and it didn't end well for them. There's a moment in GTA 5 that's super easy to miss, but also kind of creepy when you think about it. Franklin comes across this guy, stuck in a tree, caught up in his parachute, but what's weird is how he finds him.
Hello, boy. What's that? You said a man is stuck in a tree. And he needs my help?
A random golden retriever shows up and literally leads Franklin right to that guy, and then just disappears.
That dog that saved your ass, man.
Dude, I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
What the fuck?
You might think it's just a one-time thing, but the same dog shows up later in the Dom mission where he jumps off the dam. The dog tries to warn him or stop him, but yeah, Dom doesn't make it. Fans think this dog is some sort of a guardian angel to Dom. But what's even creepier is the fact that this dog is, in fact, a ghost.
Hey, Don, what the hell you about to do, man?
Nothing! It's perfectly safe!
Like last time, huh?
Yeah!
On a GTA website, there's a photo of a family with a golden retriever, same as this one, only that the family died in a horrifying accident near the same place. And since then, this dog has been protecting Dom for some weird reason. Let me know what you guys think. If you've played GTA Vice City, you probably remember the mission where Tommy drives around in an ice cream truck, selling ice cream to people on the streets. I mean, it just seems like a weird little side job. Nothing too serious. But as you get older, it starts to make more sense. That wasn't ice cream at all. The truck was just a front, and Tommy was actually selling drugs. It explains why the mission gets harder the more customers you get, and why the police start chasing you after a while.
The ice cream is a front. We distribute other non-dairy products.
It's one of those things you don't really notice when you're younger, but looking back, it's clear there was something much darker going on. So we already know the altruist cult in GTA 5 is super shady. And yeah, they're basically confirmed cannibals. But there's a weird theory that says Trevor might actually be one of them. And when you think about it, it kinda adds up.
Someone has been brought! It is a sign!
There's this moment where Trevor hands Michael a bowl of stew. Michael takes one look at it and he right away refuses to eat. Trevor jokes that it's
Just a what? An eyelid. That's probably not even human. Unless that gas station job.
Now, knowing how wild Trevor is, that could mean anything. But fans think the stew might have been made with actual human meat, and even Trevor couldn't handle it. So those were some of the darkest GTA theories that might just change the way you look at the game. If you want more crazy theories, make sure to check out the next video. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.